In terms of waiver wire this week, Jamie, man, I feel so bad for J.K. Dobbins, but I also feel bad for you because you were hyping him up all preseason long. Guys like me bought in on Dobbins. We were hoping to see a breakout season from him, but obviously it's not going to happen. So now we have to go to the waiver wire. What are your targets this week, not only for Dobbins but elsewhere as well?
Yeah, don't feel bad for me. Feel bad for that young man. You know, it's just frustrating injury, and, you know, we hope to get him back on the field by next season. But heading into free agency, just not the right time for him to get hurt. And he was off to a good start. You know, maybe by the end of the season, he'll still be a top running back based on his average of 11.3 PPR points per game. But Kenneth Gainwell, you mentioned it, you know, Jeremy, we want to see what's going to happen with DeAndre Swift. But a little bit of uncertainty in the Baltimore backfield. Will they add somebody? Will Gus Edwards or Justice Hill step forward? But if Kenneth Gainwell is going to be the leader in touches for this Eagles backfield, he should be the #1 priority at the position that you're going to be chasing probably all season. So he's going to be the #1 guy to add. When we get past the running backs, you look at Puka Nacua and the situation in Los Angeles for the Rams. We don't know exactly when Cooper Kupp's coming back. He's not eligible to return until week 5, and that was certainly a go-to guy for Matthew Stafford. He looked great. Josh Reynolds is still going to get that another 5 games without Jameson Williams and going to get targets, and I think, you know, build off what he did with 12 PPR points in that week 1 performance. We know the tight end position is still very shaky without Travis Kelce. We don't know for week 2. Mark Andrews, we're uncertain for week 2 as well. Greg Dulcich went down, and again, Hayden Hurst stepped up. Hunter Henry, another guy who stepped up at that position also. And then you want to attach yourself to some good offenses. Well, Zay Jones and Luke Musgrave look like they're going to be parts of good offenses. As Heath mentioned with DJ Moore, I think a lot of production still ahead for DJ Moore, but Darnell Mooney did score a touchdown, and that's the guy that Justin Fields has a rapport with, so you could put him on this list as well.
It's always tough to make a big investment in a running back if you don't want to start him the following week. I don't think anybody's going to want to start a Rams running back against the 49ers with that uncertainty. But I do think there's a good chance Kyren Williams is just taking this job away from Cam Akers. The Rams defense was much better than we expected. Matthew Stafford looked good. When Cooper Kupp gets back, this could actually be an okay, decent team, maybe even a good offense, and Williams could be leading this backfield. So I am making him a priority with the knowledge that I don't want to start him in week 2 against the 49ers, who looked absolutely like the world beaters we thought they'd be on defense.
Yeah, and you see Kyren Williams there, 11% rostered, so certainly one of the guys to target this week if you decide to target someone on that Los Angeles Rams team. All right, we still have one game to come, the Monday Nighter. Buffalo goes to the Meadowlands. We get to see Aaron Rodgers officially with the Jets for the very first time, going up against Josh Allen. Set to be a good game, and there's certainly some interesting DFS plays for this one. Heath, start us off with your DFS list here from FanDuel.
I think they're going to show Garrett Wilson off in a big way. Aaron Rodgers absolutely loves him, so Wilson will be my MVP. But you notice no quarterbacks and 2 defenses. I do also believe this game will kind of follow the trend from week 1, where the defense is ahead of the offense. I don't expect a lot of scoring. You still start Stephon Diggs and James Cook because you got to score some fantasy points somewhere. But don't be surprised if Garrett Wilson is in that 35% target share range, may even catch 10 passes.
It's a great call. I wanted to be a little different, and I agree with Heath, though, just on the sentiment. It's going to be a low-scoring affair, so let's go with the kickers here, Tyler Bass and Greg Zuerlein. Very exciting whenever we talk about kickers, but I think, again, it's going to be a low-scoring affair where these guys step up and play well. By going cheap with the 2 kickers, you get to play both quarterbacks because if there is going to be scoring, it's going to come from those 2 players in particular. You know, Josh Allen's always a candidate to run the ball into the end zone. And look, it's still Aaron Rodgers' first game for the Jets. Monday night, you're probably going to expect some magic, so hopefully he delivers. And Heath and I will both win if Aaron Rodgers is connecting with Garrett Wilson. And then I know Dalton Kincaid is going to be the guy for Buffalo long term. He's certainly going to be the guy this season moving forward. But we have seen the Jets struggle with tight ends. And I still think Dawson Knox will have a slight edge early in the season over Kincaid, especially in some of those red zone opportunities, those red zone packages. So if Josh Allen's going to have a multiple touchdown game, because we're hoping he's going to throw one to at least Stephon Diggs, I think the second one will go to Dawson Knox, and he will find the end zone against the Jets.
Winners, losers, waiver wire targets, and DFS lineups from FanDuel with Jamie Eisenberg and Heath Cummings here on CBS Sports HQ. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Great to see you. And for more recaps of the weekend, look aheads to week 2, certainly in fantasy. There's a lot to talk about. We saw a lot of fantasy performances, and of course we have questions. Download and follow Fantasy Football Today, or you can scan that QR code to listen to the latest episode right now.